I felt very out of place in East Tennessee growing up as a Jewish girl with an Israeli father. Throughout my life, I have been in pursuit of community, and that's been the basis of how I run and how I operate. That's how I found my voice, through spirituality, and God, that's really what led me here. Do you want me to say my first and last name or just my first name? I'm Didi Benami. I am the co-host on Banded, and I am originally from New York City, but I was raised in Knoxville, Tennessee by my mom and dad who, my mom's American, my dad's Israeli. Israeli good. No, my dad's Israeli. And he was in the army, in the Israeli army. He fought under Yitzhak Rabin. And I have never, ever seen my dad cry except for when his mom passed away and when Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated. I feel like I was raised a little bit like an Israeli soldier. I was a cadet growing up. My mom is American, but she's German-American. Her mom and her father met during World War II, immigrated to the United States from Germany. My parents met in an elevator. My mom lived on the 15th floor. My dad lived on the 5th. And they met and very shortly after got pregnant with my older sister, Maya. It was supposed to be Mayim, but they converged together on Maya. Mayim means water in Hebrew. And my mom thought that was too Hebrew. So she wanted Maya instead. So they agreed to go on that. But anyway, I came out with Vered, which means rose in Hebrew. And my younger sister got the name Eleanor, named after my aunt. So I got the most Hebrew name out of everybody. When I was 7, we moved to Knoxville, Tennessee to be closer to my grandmother, my German grandmother, and my grandfather. I felt very out of place in East Tennessee growing up as a Jewish girl with an Israeli father. The first time I noticed that I was feeling that we were one of the minority was going to elementary school. And everybody, was talking about going to church on Sunday. And we were looking for a new synagogue to go to. And people were asking me about what church I was going to go to. And I said, I'm Jewish. I don't go to church. And they're like, do you not believe in Jesus? And it became a really weird and difficult question for me as a second grader. I was like, what? I don't know. I don't know what I believe in. I don't know. I'm like 7, so I have no idea. I just go to synagogue and I listen to what my parents tell me to do. And that's it. I needed to start to figure out for myself what I actually believe because I was being asked the question. And I didn't know about this Jesus thing. I was like, what is all this stuff that people are talking about? Church was huge. And then the fact that I didn't go to church was kind of a big deal. So I started questioning what it was that I believed at a really young age. And did I believe in Jesus? Did I believe in God? Are Christians bad? Are Jewish people bad? Was Jesus real? Like, there were so many things that I started questioning at a young age. I just started feeling really uncomfortable with the whole religious separation. I didn't want to be made to feel uncomfortable religiously anywhere. And so my mom said I didn't have to go anymore. My dad wanted me to go, but he also wasn't pushing me to go. As long as we, celebrated the holidays, the Jewish holidays, then that was okay. As we continued to grow up in the South, our faith kind of went on the back burner as far as Judaism is concerned. When I felt like that Jewish ideal of community and family started lacking and fading in my family, I found that community and what I needed in church because they had that value system. One of my Hebrew school teachers actually said something negative about Christian people. And I remember being really turned off by it because I knew everybody is just people, and whether they were Jewish or Christian, It just started feeling like there was a big separation when I moved to the South. I feel like I felt a little bit more pushed out. In high school, there were people who would stand outside the lunchroom to go to Young Life, to go to church. And every week they were like, you need to come to our church. You need to come to this. You should come to this on Thursday. And I was like, I'm Jewish. Thank you very much. I'm good. Thank you very much. Every single week. And finally, I broke down and went to a church service. I ended up really loving it. I actually didn't feel weird that I was there, that I was Jewish. I wasn't made to feel separate from anybody there. I felt like I was part of a community kind of feeling that I hadn't felt in a really long time. It felt good to be there. I guess I became a Jew for Jesus. Not really, but I still consider myself Jewish, more like Jewish, because of my Israeli background and because of my dad. I just think it's more important overall to not care so much about what your religion is and care more about your capacity to love everybody. Just be generous with your love and help as much as you can. It's not about religion, it's about giving and helping and being human. When I was at church, that's what I felt the message was. And they also got me up singing, which was where I got my courage and my strength to get up in front of people and sing. That, to me, was God. That was where I found God again. I guess I could call myself like a modern day Jewish girl. I do like going to church every once in a while. And I think that it's just really important that we all learn how to accept everybody. And I think we need more people who say it's okay just to be whatever you are, and even if you don't know. I think that's really, really important because I didn't know back then. I just felt really uncomfortable being assigned to whatever it was that I was supposed to be. What I do love about the Jewish culture and Jewish tradition is that they take time for their family and to rest. They have a specific day or two, Shabbat, where they rest and they spend time with each other. And I think that's important for every family, every human being to reconnect with their family. The culture of Judaism is really the community, the people that you relish. Take a day out of your week to get to know everybody, know how their week has been, talk to each other, be grateful that you're alive, that you're here in this moment together, that you have each other. That's something that I really love about the Jewish traditions, is that they celebrate, they have Seders, they have Shabbat, they have these times where you are supposed to get together with your family, and it's very often. Through spirituality and God, that's really what led me here to where I am now, is through the community and my passion for music all melded together. And here I am. That's how I got to where I am. They put me up on stage, I got singing, and here I am.